need more bite in my mic.
Well, I just started recording. Welcome back. Hey, this is Carson Bailey from That's Why You're Blocked podcast. I'm kind of running solo, so we'll see how this goes. And then we've got a special guest.
Well, if you got a special guest, you're not running solo.
But it's normally a duo.
Right, yeah.
Okay, so special guest.
It's a special episode.
It is.
But it's not like, you're not by yourself.
I'm not. Everybody's favorite bitch is back.
You know, it's your favorite.
Period. You're not going to introduce yourself.
They know who it is. I'm just kidding. You know, it's Krystaallll, your favorite.
All right. Oh, it's been a minute since you've been on the podcast.
Yeah.
Like a long minute. It's been a minute since we had episode.
Yeah, I was going to say, the podcast has been a minute by itself. I was going to say that, but I was like, I don't want to, you know.
I appreciate that.
Place.
Thank you, boo. So what have you been up to?
You know, living.
Any updates?
About life? I mean, I've been good. You know, 2021 was like a good year for me.
Oh, yeah. This bitch was everywhere.
Collectively, I was very much outside in 2021. Like, summer of 2021 was everywhere. Movie.
I feel like for me, summer 2021.
But you were outside too.
Yeah, but it wasn't a movie. It was more like a long YouTube skit. Like, this bitch had a movie. She was cinematic. I was like a high budget YouTube thing. Like, it's a good thing, but it's on a free platform.
Like a high quality vlog.
Yeah. Like it's on a free platform. It was cool. Okay, well, let's just jump right in, I guess.
Yeah, you know, I know y'all missed me because I missed y'all. Like, every time I hear episode, I'm like, so like when next time I'm gonna be on one.
Well, yeah, but this bitch is, you know, I don't want to say bi-coastal, but you know, she hasn't been around. I had to, you know, fly her out, basically.
Just like the tweets where the guys are like, would you let a woman fly you out?
Would you let a man fly you out?
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely someone who is really big on safety, precautions, kind of. I'm always like, protect your neck, watch your back type of person.
She is. So
it would have to be pretty... Like, I would really have to really know you and, like, feel super comfortable. Like, ain't no Tinder swindler.
That shit was wild. I was calling her as I was watching it. And I was like, I think the fuck not. That trick-ass nigga. A nigga telling me my enemies are after me. I'm like, well, I'm going to pray for you.
No, literally.
Stay prayed up. But I don't think that people realize, like, it's a high level of manipulation.
Yeah, and I think it's easy for us to say.
Looking back on it.
Yeah,
but, like,
it's like, oh.
That nigga took you out on a private jet for your first date. So you would assume.
No, yeah, that's why I could understand why they thought that he was good for it. Like, I know I'm not really blaming them. It was just for me, and for lack of a better word, I was impressed with the thoroughness. I think because a lot for us, especially like with online people, we're kind of really only conditioned to do like that first surface level of like, okay, you're not a catfish.
Yeah.
So I was like, his face matched the pictures. You know,
his pictures matched the lifestyle they were on.
Video chatting, so it added up. I mean, we really don't kind of do that follow through, which I think having a film like The Tinder Swindler is going to get more people to really
talk about it for maybe this month, but we'll revisit it in March. Them niggas will forget.
I mean, I've always been someone who I've always been like that.
Have you ever gave a nigga money? I'm just spiraling.
No. Have you?
Yeah. I was a simp before simping was a thing. And it was for like this one man that just wouldn't even want to talk about it.
All right. Was it like a significant dollar amount? Actually, I take that back. I did give somebody like $5 one time.
It was a significant dollar amount.
Oh, okay.
More than
the
once.
thing is, like, I gave them $5, and I was like, and you know what? That's the end.
Well, I know I was dumb, and I don't know why I did it, but like that was very much. I would think it was at the time maybe 19, 20.
Was it like Cash App or like Zelle or like cash?
The more I talk about it, the worse it's gonna sound.
What was it? Or we could just table it.
I mean, you know, fuck it. Wells Fargo transfer.
Wells Fargo transfer. I thought what was the other thing? The shit that be at the grocery store.
It's some shit like that, yeah.
Where it's like people be
that
Western Union.
Yeah, that's what it was.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, it was a Western Union.
Western Union
transfer money, because it's just how I was hungry. He had no food. I was crazy because like I don't think we were dating.
Oh, that's.
But that goes into ours. It's kind of segueing to our topic of like when sneaky links go wrong.
Right.
But we'll table that.
We're circling back because I don't want to start wrong with sneaky links because I feel like the sneaky links have the potential to really be something beneficial
if that's what you want.
Yeah, it's like open, like if everybody's on the same page, but I think that's with anything, but if everybody's on the same page, like sneaky links could be successful.
But the thing I think with sneaky links is like there's a time frame and there's a time limit with them. I don't feel like you can't sneaky link long term.
What do you consider long term?
Like longer than 3 months, even 3 months.
So do you think if you sneaky link longer than 3 months, that's a relationship?
Y'all are like, something's like, it's kind of like inevitable. Like, I feel like you can just have sex, right?
Do you feel?
But like, if you're continuing to have sex with the same person over and over for a span of time, like, at some point, you're going to spend the night. And you in their space and you're sharing things and energies. Like, I think that in order for you to be successful with it, there has to be like definitive rules, rule breaks, and a timeline.
And that's what I'm saying. So even I'm saying you don't think that even if you set like clear cut rules
to this mic
beforehand,
I'm also drinking, y'all, so
and just like, being consistent, that you could. I think with communication and like everybody kind of being on the same page, it could work. But
I feel like do you feel like if a nigga was fucking you for 3 months consistently, he wouldn't fall in love? Because I don't know about you.
But I feel like say it like, because when you put it like that, that's a whole different conversation. But okay, also going back on the same kind of parallel, but swinging the other direction. If your sneaky link that you kind of been doing this for a while falls in love with somebody else,
I mean, it's a sad one, but honestly,
if it's truly a sneaky link, I feel like you
don't feel like any. Yeah. The thing is, though, there's been people who've like, I wanted them to get in relationships with other people, so they would leave me alone, and we're not even sneaky links. I'm like, I'm just tired of you bothering me.
I had something like that happen to me because we had started talking, and then I fell off. Like, you just lose communication, and then they had a baby. Ooh, and then I was like, ooh.
Yeah,
I'm really not kind of in that space, and the baby was fresh.
Yeah,
so I was like, bro, like, go fight for your family. And then it's crazy because I think that baby maybe 1 or 2 now, but they called me not too long ago to like thank me for telling them to go fight for their family.
Look at you, the sneaky link that's saving relationships.
Yeah, superior sneaky link over here, Captain Sneaky Link,
the queen of it all. But okay, I feel like there was something that before I got into admitting that I was Western Unioning niggas money. You had made a comment.
We were about to create the perfect sneaky link situation.
Oh, I don't know if I was supposed to give like an update, but all right, it's fine. Fuck it, we ball. So let's talk about the perfect sneaky link. But I feel like in order for you to talk about the perfect one, you got to go with what not to do.
I was gonna say we could describe our perfect ones, and then we could talk about how we have yet to reach that based on all the shit that we're about to talk about after.
Okay, so you go first. What would be your perfect sneaky link?
I feel like perfect sneaky link, right?
Give me 1 second. I'm just going to pour my drink. Keep talking.
Oh, okay. So for me, my perfect sneaky link would be somebody that we're both on the same page. Obviously, you're my type because like I'm not going to be messing with somebody that I'm not attracted to. So remember the type when I was talking about my type? Yeah, that. And then, well, I mean,
have you changed your type?
No.
So what is it? Because I'm gonna be honest. Can I describe your type? I feel like
describe mine, and then I describe your type.
I think I could do it.
Okay,
I could do it. All right. A basketball-esque build. So she likes
thicker, like a LeBron James basketball build.
Sure, bitch.
That's like a skinny football player.
Sure, bitch.
All right.
Okay. All so right. Like we'll allow that. This is what you're saying.
Or like a DK Metcalf. If you hear this, text me back. Come, where you at?
Okay.
The kids miss you.
Fight for your family.
Or the Jalen Hurts. Come fight for your family.
But okay. So, a skinny football player or a thick basketball player, more than likely that nigga's
position
is gonna pass the paper brown test, the brown paper bag test, and they go pass it.
Eye roll.
He might or may not. It'd probably be low cut. He might have a little bit of curls, and probably his eyes are on the light.
Oh my
to color
gosh.
spectrum.
Okay, I will begrudgingly agree with everything except for the eye thing.
Okay, let's go back on that. Let's check the Carfax. Let's check the Carfax because you never showed me what this most recent guy looked like.
They don't look anything like that.
And it didn't happen. Look at that.
But
interesting.
We are going to get into why once we get into the situation. But okay, so let me do Carson's type.
I was like, it's very clear.
So this is kind of that T lineman, skinny tight end type of build, or that thicker football player, but like he could be a little, like he's probably maybe not be a lineman, or maybe he could be a lineman, because they be,
depending on how
thick but quick.
The thing is, if I am my heavier self, D lineman. If I'm in my ideal body type, linebacker.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Kind of like if I.
So when I'm skinny, they can be skinny.
If I had to give numbers, I would say 6'4", 6'5", 245 to 265.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't mind a little extra, cushion.
And I was gonna say if I had to give numbers for that type that you're talking about, like the linebacker.
All right, there were some other key features.
Up and down. Okay, so definitely. I mean, for hair for Carson, I don't really care about hair.
Bullshit.
But
you talk to a nigga with hair longer than yours.
They had dreads.
Bitch. I mean, I feel like you like a slow cut.
I do. That's what I was about to say. I said I don't really care about hair, but ain't nothing wrong with what Beyonce said. Low cut season with the deep fade.
I thought it was deep wave. That makes so much more sense. I've been singing this song all the time.
Yeah, because
deep fade day. Yeah. I've been saying wave.
That's what you would tell the barber.
Yeah.
Or a half cut. See, listen.
She knows. Okay, so what would I like?
I would say for features, some key things. Well, I feel like the big thing is the body for Carson. So if she gets the body, I feel like you give a little more wiggle room.
I don't mind a medium ugly. I kind of lean more to that.
I didn't. Yeah, I was like,
but there's another feature that I'm waiting for you to say. Will this bitch win our honeymoon question? I mean, yeah, ideally, but no. It's it's in the face.
The beard?
I mean, I do like a beard, but no.
What am I missing?
Because I'm gonna say it, be like, oh wow, because I say it all the time. Dimples.
That's okay. So the thing is, that was playing in my head, but I was like, that's too easy. That's why I was like, I was gonna say dimples, but I was like,
you just hadn't said it yet, and I was like, that is
no. The thing is, and I promise you that I was thinking dimples, but I was like, because I really Moral of the story, always go with your first mind, but yeah. So that's what the sneaky links look like. Yes. Now, what do you
ideally, but
I mean, there's a wiggle room.
I have strayed off the course, and what I realized in straying off the course is you might as well stay on the course because it all ends the same.
Okay, but keeping it a bean, a stack, or whatever. Have you strayed off the course to something where
I've never gone white?
No, that's not where I was going with it.
Okay,
but you've gone lower than I guess. So if say you had to give your typical type a number, 8 7s.
Yes, I've gone.
So you've gone 4 5 6s.
Embarrassingly low.
But I was gonna ask you if you've ever done the inverse of that
and gone up
9s, 10s. Have you fucked with 9s?
Okay, there was this one person that I messed with. I think that was I'm dang, I kind of get married. But the thing is, with that particular person, there's one person I was like, wow, this is really you would be it. I go over there, and he's like, oh, let's take the bedroom. And then we were watching a show, and then he's like, yeah, I gotta get up in the morning. So I just left. I was there for 45 minutes.
Damn.
And we never talked again. He ended up matching with Chanel on Hinge 3 or 4 months later. And I was like, dang, girl, that's my husband. But it just wasn't
meant to be. Go fight for your family, sis.
I mean, but I don't know, because I guess there is I wish my next goal is to have a male, so we can talk about like sneaky link etiquette and like how to really talk to a man, because maybe I'm doing it wrong, because there's been times where I like pulled up to a sneaky link beside, they've got a hotel, and
The telly.
we had like, and so I was so nervous because he sent me like a video of him and he was like very much packing.
Very much, thank you.
Like well endowed. So like prior to me doing that, I'm like, you know what? I just need to be ready. Like I'm not gonna lose. Like I'm gonna just be ready. So I give me a bottle of wine, and I basically when I pull up, I like chug it.
Okay.
And then after that we smoke. So now I am like turned. And so we go into the hotel room and like we're just not talking. And I'm not talking because now I'm crossfaded.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to remember to breathe through my nose properly. And it's like for like 10 minutes, it's like quiet because the TV's on. And he's like, yeah, I'm just about to leave.
Oh, damn.
And he just leave.
Oh, damn.
And I was lit. And I
Okay,
was like,
so
I was gonna he's like, you could stay. I didn't stay. I like tried to sober up, and then I drove home very, very like I would never do that again.
So that was the time that you swung the pendulum. What you feel like was higher? I feel like
not the nigga that's leaving me be like, yeah, I don't want to do this anymore, just left. No, not necessarily. He was more on par for like my type. He's like my secondary type.
Okay.
Do you know my secondary type?
Yeah.
What's my secondary type?
If what's his name's Diddy's son, Justin Combs, if he was taller.
That's not bad. No, but it's more of a gray area, like a personal trainer, gym person, physically fit. That's kind of like I have my A type.
The physically fit bouncer.
That kind of falls more into my A type because those are normally taller. But B would be a nigga that be in the gym working out because I just want to lose weight for free.
I'm just kidding.
Probably. So like
but
that.
Why
he
are
was
T-Mobile people so buff?
He was definitely in my B type, and he just left me. That was I just thought about that because recently, right? He messaged me,
like texted you
on Instagram, because like I guess I muted him. I thought I unfollowed him, but I guess he didn't unfollow. I don't know how that shit works, but he's like, hey. And I was like, wow. Like, how do you come back from like, you left me?
So based on that,
yeah.
what would be the perfect sneaky link situation for you?
For me, okay. So as a bitch that works not one but two jobs, right? It'd be one of those things where like, it's happened once where it was like ideal. Like but I don't know if this is a sneaky link. This is like I feel like I'm more in the gray area.
Okay,
I think I would come over, fuck me, and I could take a nap, and then
let's backtrack. How do you define sneaky links?
We don't text before 10 p.m.
Oh, okay.
It's like you don't gotta be explained. It's understood that it's
yeah.
Just
I was gonna
sex.
say that's kind of where I was at with it, but we could talk throughout the day because I'm someone I don't really stay up late. So I would rather set up sneaky links.
Nah, don't talk to me during the day. I don't give a fuck about your job.
No, but
or your day.
Yeah.
Or your problems. Don't bring me that bullshit. Because I remember I tell somebody that I'm like, I don't want your emotional hangups.
Damn.
Like,
but I mean, you got to protect your peace.
Yeah. And it's the person that, I don't know, because like, that's what I'm saying. Like, they like want to be to talk about their problems and share mine. And I was like, why? I don't care about your mom. All right. Her shit.
Now, let's get the perfect sneaky link. So, for Carson, no early communication. So,
yeah.
But for me, I don't really mind because if not, I'm going to go to bed early. So,
I mean,
let's get you in the appointment books.
But like, that doesn't mean like, you don't need to text me good morning or like, how am I doing throughout the day? Like, send me an eye emoji about like 8 or 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Like, I feel like, because there's been several times, and I've had this experience with several people where it's like, I guess they don't feel comfortable being like just the initiator. Dick. No.
Oh.
And like that just fucks up their mind. So they try to like flower it up with like lies and fairy tales. And it's like, bro, you just want to fuck. Just say you just want to fuck.
I mean, and that's kind of been
like, just stop giving a constant theme.
Like, I know you guys harped on that before in like a previous episode.
Ooh, loyal listener.
Get into it. Big fan. Big fox. Yeah. But yeah, just being honest. And what I hate is that you never give the other person an opportunity to be cool with the shit that you might want. And like, you never know what somebody's cool with.
But I think that's just a man thing.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, I've only messed with men, so
yeah.
I
truly
would have to say, from my experience, it's only a man thing. I can't speak on it any other way.
Yeah, it just seems like they don't say that necessarily the truth. It's more or less what you want to hear. And it's like, just say what you want to do. Because I'm like, I want to fuck, but if I don't want to fuck, that's fine too. And I just think that a lot of times, and what I've seen and heard and experienced is like, if they're honest, they expect you to like just do.
And you have to understand, being honest
is a good thing. That means you're a decent person.
It's
just
being honest, but that doesn't guarantee
pussy.
Well, I was just going to say whatever the end result is. Mm-hmm. Like, if I shoot you in your leg, right?
Yes.
And I was like, oh, I mean, you're like, why did you do that? It was like, I just felt like shooting you in the leg. And I tell you, like, since I was honest, you got to get over it. But it's like, I'm bleeding from my leg. Like, okay, you were honest, but you still shot me. Like, this bullet is still in my leg. So that was an analogy, but basically that's kind of what we're getting at. But
I wouldn't want my sneaky link to not be like, because I've just had like just dick, and sometimes I realize I need a little bit of smarts upstairs. Like, we got to be able to have a conversation, a little mentally stimulated,
a little bit more mentally stimulated.
And then I also like, I need some foreplay, so there has to be like some, I don't know. I feel like it's a very gray area, sneaky links.
Well, and that's what we're trying to clear up, at least between the two of us.
Girl I follow on YouTube, and she says, she lives in a world where it's not black and white, but like I'm gonna say wrong, undulating shades of gray, or like just in the gray,
like a grayscale.
Damn, I fucking like I hate this shit. I'm like,
grayscale.
Shout out to my drink. I'm on number 2.
But okay, so right now, just making sure, circling back.
Don't text me.
Don't text
during like, it's just one of those things.
Or like don't text me during business. Don't try to make business. Like, we already know what the business is.
Yeah, so like we don't have to flower it.
Yeah, no.
Keep it a stack, but also like not be just I don't know, dumb. Not be just dumb.
But okay,
it was a great time, but like so dumb.
Yeah, so I guess you want a little bit more
stimulating conversation.
And this conversation, you're talking about text, in person, both?
I guess both. I mean, I'm not the best texter.
I was gonna say I know I'm,
but just in person,
conversationalist.
I would want to know that you can like read without putting your finger on the paper. Because I haven't, sneaky link horror stories.
Okay,
but this particular person has a nickname too.
That's what this episode is about.
It's art shit.
So, I guess for me, I would say like definitely perfect sneaky link. We just fucking like we know what it is,
Mm-hmm.
But also a good sneaky link. I'm not mad with consistently dealing with the sneaky link. So,
well, what is? I mean, I feel
where like you can kind of get that.
How long?
I mean, I don't mind doing like months. Sneaky link.
Have you ever done that?
I think yeah, I have.
You've done consistently fucking somebody more than once a week for months. Mm-hmm. What happened?
Oh, no, now we don't talk at all.
When was this? It's too private.
No, I mean, when was this? This was 2020.
Was that our boyfriend?
Yeah.
That's a wild story. I don't think we shared.
I mean, we gotta circle back to that one, but yeah.
Are you comfortable enough to share it?
I feel like it's not necessarily germane to this episode.
We brought it up. It was kind of like niggas ain't shit.
Yeah.
Niggas
but then I guess we'll circle back.
I.e. no. So
basically, I guess we got it. So this was somebody that I was messing with, like very low key,
extremely low key.
Link. And that's also a big thing for me for sneaky links, because I'm a very private person. So yeah, we got to be on the low key, as I talk about it on the podcast.
So what had happened was I had come to visit her. My cousin.
Okay, before this, we had been, sneaky linking.
Yeah.
Consistently.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So then Carson came to visit me at school.
And my cousin.
Yeah.
So we'll call her
We talked
What's
about
the
her. We talked about her on the podcast before.
What do we name her? I was gonna say Legally Blonde, but
I don't think that was her nickname. But
we did.
I don't think she had a nickname.
Okay, well, yeah, it was her and my cousin, and so
yeah, so
we were at their school's thing.
And the crazy thing is, it's like throughout this weekend, or like we're like actively texting because we're pretty consistent in sneaky links.
Yeah. So what happens is, some way or another.
No, well.
Okay, break it down.
The cousin was on FaceTime with somebody who was with the sneaky link.
Okay.
You saw the sneaky link and we're trying to talk to the sneaky link.
No.
Or the sneaky link was trying to talk to you.
Okay, we got backtrack. That didn't happen until afterwards. So like the tea messiness is, I was like, this is in 2020, right? So this is right around like right before Pop Smoke and all that stuff died. And so he was famous, was like, I'm a thought, get me lit. I'm like, yo, my relationship's in Maryland. I am in a different state. I'm a thought, get me lit. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. So there's another person that my cousin's boo thing overheard saying that. And so we were hanging out with that just group in general.
But I'm saying this was before we hung out with them. They were in the car together. And she was on FaceTime, and he was in the car, and you were trying to commute. Yet, I'm telling you, this is what happened.
Because I remember us DMing after the fact, and I was talking to you about it.
Right. But
I DM'd like a few people.
Right. But this is like right when the weekend has started. Like when we really first this is at the very first pregame of that weekend. I'm telling you, this is what happened.
Okay, well, I'll let you tell the story.
Yeah, so you were doing that, and I remember because I was like, bitch, don't do it. And I was being cool about it because this is my very low-key sneaky link. So I'm like, maybe not. Like, I was like, girl, what the fuck? Because remember, he had on grills. Like the
DJ.
This is before he was even the DJ.
Bitch, this is not the same person then. Okay, well, I don't remember. Okay. No, it's fine. Okay, she's really trying to make me wear this hat. Oh, continue.
So I remember because, and like, your cousin kind of copied my sentiment and was like, yeah, because I guess she was like, he a hoe, blah, 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 and like in the back of my mind, I'm like, he sure is, bitch, you don't even know, but yeah, so I was like, yeah, you don't really want to mess with that. Meanwhile, we're like actively texting.
This pulls on another layer of fucked up in retrospect. Because, all right, so
and I figured in my mind,
real meat and potatoes of this story is...
Okay, yeah.
So basically, we were having like it's their college party week. And so we're like driving around with some other people that we were having casual conversation with. And they were driving, and we ended up splitting up into two cars. So Crystal and I were in the car with like three other dudes. One was driving. There was somebody that I knew from my old university.
So,
and then another nigga
was driving.
Yeah, the sneaky link was driving. And so, like, I didn't put two and two together at that point. So we really don't have many interactions, but like, it's obvious that our relationship is what it is. Like, we are cool. We are we are close.
Yeah.
And we talked about that.
Right.
Because we were all in the same car.
Correct.
We are in a Nissan Altima.
Correct.
Like, it is not a lot of space for three football ass niggas
damn near
and
sitting
two
on
bitches.
Somebody's lap.
Period. That segue. Was this before or after the girl threw up?
That was the next night, remember?
No, that was the night before.
No.
That was the same night.
Was it?
It was. It happened
that
earlier.
was that day. No, because remember
it was that day.
Remember, it was
earlier.
It was that was the
because they were like, y'all want to go to the next.
It was a Thursday. It was like
okay. All right. So
no, one was part of it. Okay, I'm gonna now we need to dissect that weekend, but we could talk about that in another episode. So long story short, sneaky link DMs.
Yeah. Me.
Carson at the end of the weekend.
Yeah, we're like kind of like talking, but not seriously, because I'm at this point I'm no longer in that state. Like I am.
So then she tells me about it, and then that's when I was like, yeah, that's my sneaky link. So
and I was like, yo, that's messy as shit, because we were literally
he
sitting.
was messy as fuck. But I mean, to also wear the hat. He was a DJ at a function, and I'm like talking to somebody in front of the DJ. Like it was, all around.
Yeah.
There's a lot of messy hats back in 2020.
in our my chick cousin, basically had a fight with her boo in like 6 different venues.
And every day of that weekend, every location, I damn near think they might have been arguing on that FaceTime call. But that part I'm not gonna remember, but it wouldn't be a stretch.
I really don't remember that call, but I do remember basically we were leaving the pregame. All right, so I was leaving the function at my cousin's thing, and she had some of her friends there, and what ends up happening is we end up riding meet up these guys that had like this big truck. Like, oh, you could ride with us, but they were already like, it was a group of 5 girls, right? Yeah,
and they had like they had an SUV,
so they had space. But they was also 5 niggas deep.
By themselves were comfortable, and we were like, okay, no, they wanted to go to a place, and we knew where it was. Yeah. So we were like, okay, we'll just ride with you guys. So was anybody? So I feel the driver was obviously
by himself.
Was somebody in the front seat?
I was supposed to sit, but I was like, I'm not gonna sit on this little nigga's lap. So I went in the back with my cousin's 2 friends.
So so there's 3 girls in the back.
There's 3 niggas in the middle.
Carson's cousin.
Yes,
and I are sitting on 2 of the people's laps
in the middle,
because I'm sitting on the middle person's, because the ride wasn't that long, but obviously it was long enough for the person that lap I was sitting on to start to get. So I'm like pushing forward, because eventually when we got I was damn near on the little
whatchamacallit,
the middle thing, the armrest thing, because I'm like, this nigga is crazy. Like, this is.
She said, this nigga need to get some, because Jesus.
I know. I was like, girl, like, it was
But then my cousin, she's such a, like a better word, legally blind. So while this man is like helping us, because we don't have to pay for Uber because he's driving us.
Also, we had introduced ourselves,
and they introduced them.
No, I'm saying that. So I'm saying we had, as a group, our group, their group, introduced themselves. So we. And I get that, we're kind of lit at this point.
Girl.
But I mean, I've always had a good memory, but she kept calling the driver.
And he kept saying his name.
And that's really the reason why I remember his name. Because he would be like, driver, make this left. Like,
and it's like, girl, what was his name? Miles? Like, Muhammad? Something like that.
I know. It was like Ishmael.
Damn. Either way. So, but while they are dealing with that in the front, I am in the back. And I am talking to my cousin's friend, and she's like, girl, she just threw up on me. And I'm like, oh my God, we are in some random nigga's car, and this bitch in the back just threw up. So I'm like trying to keep everything as low key as possible. 1, to not embarrass us, but 2, like, I don't want us to get kicked out of this ride. We're trying to go to the party. So it's dark. We're in a car. So I just reach around for the first thing I grab, which happens to be a do-rag. And so, because the girl's talking to me, she's like, yo, she threw up on me. Like, this is her roommate. She's like, I don't want to like beat her ass, but like, yo, that's mad disrespectful. Like, she's getting upset. So I'm like trying to defuse bombs in the back of this goddamn Suburban. So I grabbed the do-rag. It wasn't like, she didn't throw up. She like spit up. So like, I tried to clean it up. And, we go about the night. But we leave the car, and I immediately but as soon as we get inside, I tell Krystaallll what the fuck happened in the backseat. I'm like,
and it's crazy because, like colleges, people like hop around different parties and stuff. So they were headed to the next spot, and they came up to me. I think it was a driver or somebody else that was in it damn near might have been the thing I was sitting on, but whatever. They're like, hey, who wants to go to the next spot? Knowing what I knew, I was like, you know what? We just gonna kick it here for a minute. Like, I just couldn't get back in these niggas' car knowing that there was, I didn't want to be there for the possibility that they might find out.
The do-rag with vomit on it, I know. And so after that is when we linked up with the sneaky link driver, and he drove the 2 of us together, and then knowingly fucking you slid in my DMs, even though we were together, and like he knew the relationship because we introduced it together. That's wild as shit. Okay, well, let's talk about some positive for sneaky links for you. That was tongue tied. I know. It's cool.
I think positive sneaky links is just, you get that consistency, and you don't really, I'm not that body count person, but you just like, you already know this person, I can fuck this person. Like, even if I strike out completely, like, there's sneaky link. Yeah, that's kind of the safety net of sneaky links.
That's what I liked about like being in a relationship.
I'm dead.
Like, you can flirt a little bit, because like, worst case scenario, I still got a boyfriend.
I'm dead.
I've grown up since then. But okay, so let's talk about our most recent sneaky link,
or unsuccessful, if they were unsuccessful. So
I was like, I have had a sneaky link recently.
Or were you the one that wanted to talk about recent sneaky links?
Because your shit was funny.
Yeah, but I'm saying if I'm talking about recent, you gotta talk about recent too.
I mean,
I'm saying we could just talk about unsuccessful ones.
Oh, there's been so many unsuccessful ones. Like I said, that nigga pulled up to his house and he just moved in. He had no mattress or a pillow. Trying to cuddle on a cardboard box spring. It's just
it was the box spring, no mattress.
Yes.
Ouch.
And his mother was there. Like I kind of talked to her. I was
triggered.
Yes. I'm trying to think of some other ones.
Here we can do tennis match, and I'll go one.
Yeah,
while I'm telling you one, you might think of one. So this isn't my very most recent sneaky link, but this is the one I'm going to start off with and kind of go backwards. So this particular sneaky link, we have been talking for a while, right? But I kind of was like, I don't think I necessarily wanted to date this person, but I mean, it was kind of in that gray space because we talked like FaceTimes and stuff often. Like we texted a lot. So yeah, but also like I kind of just wanted the sneaky link, but maybe we were just consistent with that. So I'm like, all right, it's game time. I'm ready to link with sneaky link. And I literally remember the text conversation because I'm like, all right, like what we finna be on, and they was like, don't worry, nothing that can't be easily taken off. Like I'm like, okay, we on this, we on the same type of time. Like this is.
She called me Big Bird.
Like we both know what it is. Okay. So, all right, I link with sneaky link. I get in the door. They had a nice house. Shoes off, environment, whatever. I had on. This was over the summer, but I had like a t-shirt, leggings. Just really sneaky link attire. Like I kind of was just like put the movie on, badoom. I mean, maybe we get to the title credits. I don't know. It depends. For Netflix.
Oh.
But yeah, so the first thing I get in is this person's mother. And so I'm like, she's like, oh, hi. Well, first she was on the phone, but she still like introduced herself. And I was like, oh, okay, hey. So then we go. I introduced myself because, I have manners, but like.
Class act. I
was like, the fuck is like, I was like, okay. Anyways, that happened. So we go down and, so obviously we're at their parents' house. So this was a basement sneaky link. So we're in the basement,
Have you ever sneaky linked at your parents' house?
Yes. And first I was going to say no comment, but I can't lie to y'all. But I mean, I have. That's why I'm like, I'm not above it because I've done it. So
I've done it too.
I was younger then, but now I'm not really like parents sneaky linking.
Yeah, period. Because you're a grown ass woman.
Yeah. So, anyways, so we're in the basement, setting the movie situation up. The lights are off, right? So that first of all, it just in general, I like watching the movies with the lights off. I feel like you feel like you're at the movies. It gives the experience. So their mother comes down and turns the light on. She's like, y'all don't need to be watching the movie with the lights off. For your eyes or something. Like really like. So I'm just
How old were you when this happened?
I was 22, 21.
Oh my God.
Girl. That's when that was the second what the fuck. If you guys are doing a what the fuck count. So then afterwards, so she's cooking dinner, which I didn't realize. But he was like, "Did you eat?" And I was like, "Oh, I already ate. Like, don't worry about that. This is sneaky link time. Like, da-da-da-da. I mean, maybe a bottle of water if I'm feeling anything." So she calls us up for dinner. Us. Sneaky Link and Krystaallll.
Come and get your juice. The vibe was like, Kim and Kelly, go get your juice.
When they slammed into the oven. Yeah. But so this is what the fuck number 3.
Oh yeah.
Mind you, like I wasn't even hungry for real. And this is like no shade, but like it's just because she was telling me like this is a HelloFresh meal and like so there was so many servings. And I guess only Sneaky Link and his mother were home. So like I cooked a certain amount of servings, so like I was like, you got no Tupperware. But anyways, so we're sitting around the table, Sneaky Link, his mother and I, eating dinner.
Was it good?
Talking about their family. I mean, it was okay.
Would you get HelloFresh?
to me, I don't think it's worth it. But
I've heard good things about HelloFresh.
I've heard good things about it, but for me, I know that I'm okay with just buying my groceries. I've never been in a situation where I was like, I get for working people when you're just that much in a rush, where it's like you don't have to. I have never been in a situation where like I didn't have time to prepare my meals that way. So to me, that's why I like HelloFresh, but I definitely get the draw of it either way. So we're talking about Sneaky Link's family, Sneaky Link's sister that's finna get married, their fiance, like all this stuff. And I'm just sitting here like, is this not a fucking Sneaky Link? And I feel like, wasn't I texting you or something?
You told me afterwards.
I feel like I was trying to text somebody.
Because is that when I gave you like the pink pussycat?
No, that was that was another time.
Because I had a failed pink pussycat experience too.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we can
we
go
gotta
back
circle
to,
back. So
we're
that's
gonna
how
circle back
up.
to that one.
Yeah.
But so I was texting somebody and I was like literally like play by play. So then Sneaky Link, I remember because he was like, "Are you texting like somebody else?" I was like, "No, but like maybe I should be because I might be end up texting your mom by the end of the night. Like, what the fuck is going on?" So eventually that happened. Whatever. So Sneaky Link and I eventually get to the fucking movie where we could actually Sneaky Link.
It's one of those times where like the movie turns out to be actually interesting and you just kind of want to finish the movie before you do anything.
It was Friday, and but I had never actually seen the actual non-BT version of Friday, so I was like, "Oh, this is what the movie looks like without commercial breaks and edits."
I feel like
and for it to be.
There's been a few times in which like people put on like shows or something, and it's like, damn, I gotta remember this.
Fun fact: that's how what's his name. College Sneaky Link. He would put on like these really interesting movies, and it's like this makes me want to fuck. Like I want to know who the killer is now.
I've seen videos like that.
Yeah,
that's the killer. I'd be like, oh shit, it's the dad.
Or like if you're watching if you watch sports and like the game gets good, it's like, wait, that's the Celtics are up 10 now. LeBron James just scored. KD on a fast break. Like,
is this on Netflix? What's it called again? I'm gonna look it up.
No, literally. So so eventually we get through the movie just because I'd never seen Friday. So we're making out stuff and I'm drowning because
it's been a minute.
No, like they're kissing and I'm like drowning. Like I feel like I can't breathe.
Oh, I hate that. I especially hate that because I feel like I feel like my lips are one of my favorite features on my face, but they're like the perfect size. So not too big, but not too small. Like they're cute. They're little lips.
And like the rule. Well, I guess it's like goes without being said, but like bigger lips. Like that's who the lead is in the kissing. I think
interesting.
Like it goes without being said.
Okay, well, that was a little weird. Sorry. So
and I guess maybe you never had to worry about that because you're not a part of the bigger lip community.
But I've been swallowed before. And it's
but I'm saying that you don't. So I feel like
Do you know how you like to kiss?
I do, and I knew it wasn't like that because that shit was like, it was like what? But then I was still holding out hope. I was like, okay, maybe. If you apply that same energy
to a different set of lips,
to a different location, this might not be a bad sneaky.
Okay, I'm hooked. I'm engaged. Keep going.
So, and like when they went to that region, I was like, "Well, that's the shit you should have been doing it somewhere else." Like topsy turvy. What was that? Like everything was ass backwards. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
It just.
If you don't go down there in the loop. But I don't know because we kind of talked about this outside of this. Like, would you give head to a woman? Completely off topic.
Like literally swinging from.
But I'm just saying because you said that like it's giving women head hard because I've been kind of assuming that it's not that hard.
Okay, so I'm gonna be honest.
Because honestly,
I'm definitely someone who's like, it's not that fucking hard. Like, that's what I think. Like, if somebody's like fucking up, I'm like, God damn, it's not that fucking hard. But like, what if it is? I don't know.
But I do feel like you should be able to advocate for yourself, and I don't do that.
And that's the thing. I'm very much.
I feel like
if I need to be, I'm a conductor. I'm a director. I'm a coach.
I've tried, but I'm not. I'm just one of those people like this. Just will never ever happen again.
And a lot of people are
do
like that.
And that's not right. And I'm broken out of that shell to be a little more vocal.
I'm definitely.
But like, I don't know.
But anyways, back to
if they try to give me dick signified, get down here and show me. Get a dick and give me an example. I'm a visual learner. It's like, nah, it's wild.
I'm tactile.
But I don't know, because I think that stopped me from like really having a threesome. Because who wants a bad head? And I am too much of a like,
okay, but it's interesting.
Competitive ass bitch to like, if I am not the best dick sucker in this, like I'm not gonna have fun. No. And then I also need the center of attention.
I was just gonna go on a different note because I saw a clip from like the Lip Service podcast, and they're talking about threesomes and kind of why do we always jump two guys and a girl? Because I remember they had the guest on the show was the mom from Baby Boy. Sounds so random, but
I think she's like a relationship expert.
Oh well, that makes sense. Or like a something.
Yeah,
like that. Maybe.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
She was saying that like two guys, that's like a best birthday present or something like that. And
me,
and people were kind of oh my gosh, but it's like you should be able to
enjoy. I think that's something you want. I don't think I'm enough woman for that.
I mean, I've never. I
don't know. Yeah. I just like I have a limited amount of holes, and I don't know how I feel about more than one thing being stuffed. Cause like I'm gonna be honest, I think I breathe through my mouth when I suck dick.
The cardinal sin.
I don't know. Cause
okay, but Carson, didn't you used to swim?
Yeah.
So you know how to like effectively
hold your breath and breathing techniques. No. I mean, I feel like I probably don't. That's a concern.
Actually, let me think about it, because when you swim, you don't breathe through your nose. So that
you kind of
right.
You blow out through your nose, but like you don't like.
That's so I'm saying that's why like it would make sense why you would struggle with that, because you're used to inhaling through your mouth, but like when you run,
you breathe
in through your nose, out through your mouth. So it's easy to do.
I kind of think swimming is the opposit. You blow out.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's the opposite. So, relating it back to like second thing, that's why you would struggle, because you're used to doing the swimming breathing rather than like running breathing.
So maybe I should eat pussy. This is weird. Did I just come out as gay? Kidding.
But I don't know what the breathing technique for that is either. But also like drown. We will figure it out later.
If you die. But I mean, I feel like the most important thing with blowjobs is to be enthusiastic while doing it. You should enjoy it.
Or appear enthusiastic.
Oh. Yeah, appear enthusiastic.
I mean, you shouldn't. And the best way to appear enthusiastic is to be enthusiastic. I'm
but
not
like, fake it till you make it. But now I feel you. I don't know. I don't think I could do two guys.
I mean, I don't think I could either.
But I
also
it was just think that to me,
that would be her ideal. I mean,
and for a lot of people,
like
I know that.
Link.
I think for me, it's more of like trigger warning alert. I think I'm too afraid of that. Like I had some trauma around that, and so like the thought of like,
I mean, that's reasonable. That's fair.
I think that's kind of like the real answer. Like,
and that makes sense. But anyways, back to the sneak link. We veered off the.
We really did. We do that a lot.
You keep taking the exit, and I'm trying to get us back on the highway.
I'm sorry. I'm just, I love asking questions. I'm not the best interviewer. Picking your brain. It's been so long. We should do another episode.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So, basically, long story short, it was mid as fuck.
Damn.
And then as I'm leaving, because I'm like, I'm ready to go home. Then she like stopped me and was like, I just want to make sure I said bye. Like, da-da-da. The wedding is in, da-da-da. I was like, I'm not going to that goddamn wedding.
Did you get a formal invite?
I don't know, because I like didn't follow up.
Oh.
So like, let's get a formal invite. I'm pretty sure I could have got a formal invite if I wanted to, but I would go to that damn wedding. All right. Okay. You were about to tell your Pink Pussycats.
So the thing is, me and my friends after brunch, somehow, some way, we end up at a sex shop.
girls after brunch. That's the topic, right? That's the tweet, folks. That's the tweet.
We end up at a sex shop. And so they were having a sale, like 5 of those things for like $25, or like a good deal. So I'm like, I'm gonna buy it. At that time, I was in a relationship. So I tried one in my relationship because I felt like, I don't say our sex life was weird, but I feel like I was very much in my head, and I wasn't sure if I'm like.
You wanted to break the monotony.
Not even monotony, but like, the first time was great. I thought I enjoyed the first time, but I don't know if that was just the novelty of new. And as we were going along, it didn't feel like it was getting better. And I felt like I was putting a lot of pressure on myself to perform in this aspect. So I got it, and the jury was out. So that relationship had ended. So this is like 1 or 2 months down the line.
Post-relationship?
Yes.
Okay.
So I got the things like right as the pandemic started, and this is now May and June. Oh, that kind of sounds like a hoe. A little bit, but not really.
No, I mean, your process is your process.
And also,
I was
I
talking
feel
to somebody
like
about something similar. Like, do you remember what's her name, Nene Leakes? Because her husband died, and then like she had a new.
But I also think
really
that this is.
But your process is your process.
Well, your process is your process, and I feel like within this situation, I was going in with I don't want a relationship. I just got out of one. This is like I am prime. This is summer sneaky link.
No, that's a real period, and that's what I'm saying. That's your part of your process. So,
like, but so like I've been like 2 years removed. Like I don't want a sneaky link at this point. Well, I would like a gray area, like a man but not a man. Like we gonna see what it is. I want to use like terms that don't really mean shit like niggas do.
You just vibe.
You know, you don't need a title when you got a bond.
No, yeah, I was like, we got nobody else need to understand but us.
Don't listen to what people say.
Chloe Bailey, they don't know about
you
and me.
Getting out your mind. All right, but
I don't like that song.
But essentially, I was like, yo, we had an experience. It was pretty good. I'm like, you know what? I'm about to take this to the next level. I have like another one. So I take it and I pull up. Because like prior to that, it was kind of like I pulled up before at 10. This is midday. Like I come off after work. I'm like, all right, I'm about to pull up. And then so like I pull up and we're in his room. And then he's like, all right, well, you know, like follow me. You go to his car. And I'm like, I don't know if we're just running an errand and coming back. But then he introduced me to his brother and his brother's girlfriend, and I was like, I don't give a fuck about this.
And the pill is still in your system?
I have had the pill. So I am primed. Like
Little Caesar's hot and ready.
And from there, bitch, we go to an underpass and them niggas do graffiti.
What the fuck?
And then
this is like a fucking A24 movie. This is like a Euphoria episode.
Basically, because at the end of the day, like later on, we're going back. And now I'm pissed off because I just wasted this pill because it's been like 4 hours.
It's like, it's done now, right?
I don't know. I was like, wasn't that an interesting date? And mind you, his brother's girlfriend was one of those dust bunny ass white women. So it was like a urban white, like with baby hairs.
What is it? Bad Bambi?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Like take her.
Yeah.
But like
less money.
Yeah. Run her through the poor parts of like Anne Arundel County.
Yeah. Okay.
Like
no, I mean I got you.
Yeah. So I was so upset at that. I was like, I came over here to fuck. Why am I meeting people of your family? Because then the girlfriend was talking about
retweet.
Because the girlfriend was talking about like the mom not being nice to
Krystaallll emphasized that message.
And I was like, I do not want to meet your mom. I don't give a shit at all. Like I give no fucks. But I mean, you've had a successful sneaky link?
Yeah. I've had successful sneaky links.
There's one person I was fucking with, and like honestly, it was one of my fondest memories. I like pulled up and I just took a nap, and I was like, I love this. And
okay, so I guess going along with that, do you cuddle with your sneaky links?
I don't like to cuddle
in general.
Yeah, I'm not good.
You're not a cuddler.
Physical touch is like the lowest on my love language. Also, I'll be getting hot, and I
think quality time is my lowest, because like if I'm sitting here doing nothing with someone, I'm like, I could be doing nothing by myself. Like, and that's how I know that like quality time is the lowest. So if I'm with, physical touch is right above that one for the lowest.
For me, right above physical touch is receiving gifts, which is crazy.
So your lowest two are, so at the very bottom is physical touch, and
like
the
very bottom, like it's just like 0, and then
physical touch. Because mine lowest is quality time, and then it's physical touch.
What's your highest?
Receiving gifts.
I know that's right.
Receiving gifts and word of affirmation, they're very close to each other.
I think mine was word of affirmation and acts of service. Those are like my top 2.
Acts of service is kind of in the middle for me, because I just feel like you should want to do it. Like, and I know it's not that high for me because I know I was talking to someone who like active service is very high for them, and they're talking about their boyfriend, like he got keen on that, and like he would take the trash out and stuff like that. Like they really start to appreciate it. And in my mind, I'm like, the trash needed to be taken out anyways.
I don't know, because
I was like, he washed dishes, but like
I
did he
really
cook with those
appreciate
dishes?
my boyfriend at the time. This is 3 years ago. They set the point since we were dating. But like, he waited in the passport office for my passport, and I was like, oh my god, like that's the nicest thing anybody's ever done.
Oh, to get your passport.
Yeah.
Oh, so I was gonna say if he waited with you, that's quality time. But
No.
He wouldn't get it, so that's active service. Oh yeah,
it was nice because I did that for you, and you ungrateful.
Okay, but I did it for someone else. So the cycle of the passport office continues. Moral of the story, y'all, get y'all damn passports.
Yeah, order it before so you don't have to wait all day to get it done. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I feel like I can't talk to an adult without a passport. That's childish. To me, that means you only eat chicken tenders and fries.
Damn. Double homicide. Okay. So do you ask people if they have passports, or like you mentioned stuff? Like,
yeah. I feel like if you're talking to somebody and like travel and stuff comes up and it's like, and you don't have a passport.
They're kind of on two different scales.
But I mean, like, it is what it, like, not everybody has that, but there's just like, okay, so last person I hung out with, we went to the movies and they had just gotten their car. Mm-hmm. And so they were driving and they hit a few curbs. And I'm like, not you driving like me. Like, I was like, ooh. And then they recently got a car. So I was like, they recently got their license. I was like, I don't know about this. Somebody has to be a good driver in this situation. And I don't think they had a passport. And I was like, yeah, this is not leaving. This is a one and done. I don't know.
Did you sneaky link?
No, because like,
just a date?
I think they tried, but I don't fucking cars. Like, I'm an adult.
Krystaallll emphasized that message.
But I also feel like I understand that my living arrangement is not like the most ideal for that. So I try to be like a little bit lenient, but like I don't want to fuck in a Nissan. And I remember somebody
in a Tesla?
I'd be more inclined to fuck in a Tesla. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I think the thing car? Is bigger cars are nice to say that.
Like a truck.
I just feel like where I am in life, like. Ain't nobody trying to fuck in a car.
No,
like,
and also I think you could get, and I think
registered as a sex offender.
Yeah, I was gonna say like outside of like I'm above that chapter. Like I'm not trying to be a fucking sex offender,
especially because I work with kids.
Yeah, registered sex offender. Yeah,
that's some crazy shit. But like I don't know, it's just not for me. I remember somebody tried to kink shame me. That it's like, yo, you don't like being freaky? Not like that. Not like that.
Stop kink shaming.
I'm not, but like tie me up and stuff.
No, I'm saying like stop. I wasn't saying you were kink shaming.
I know, but I just, nigga, you got a fucking Honda Civic. Damn. I'm a big body Benz. Like, the fuck do you think was gonna happen? I don't know. But I also feel weird about certain sex positions because I feel like they're like very much like.
Okay, what are your sneaky link sex positions?
So,
or do you feel like there's like a difference? Go ahead.
I do feel like there is. I don't know. I saw this tweet and it's like been fucking with me ever since I saw it. It was like, like back shots if you're like only fucking because you don't really like her and blah, blah, blah. So I was like, I don't say I'm opposed to back shots, but like that's kind of like, I don't really like it. Especially
because you think of it that way?
Yeah, that's like your immediate go to. And it's like.
I know like most men like back shots. Like,
because they just don't know what to do. But seriously, me, Carson. The pillow princess that I am.
The pillow princess.
Yeah, I was like.
Carson, the pillow princess.
Period. You know what I'm saying? I like it missionary with my legs to my head.
Oh, I was going to say I like missionary too. Oh.
But I mean.
Funny because I told Sneaky Link, we had that conversation. And then he was like, no, because we talked about like favorite positions, which is why the fact that the performance. I understand LeBron James's frustration with like you get these niggas that are good on their team and then you bring them to your team and then they start fucking up. It's like I thought I asked all the right questions. So that's what I'm like, that's why it just really like it just really grinds my gears because I really did the research, I did the work. So yeah, but I do like missionary. But I like eye contact.
I close my eyes. I don't like eye contact. So you do missionary and
close your eyes?
Yeah, somebody said it's basically, I'm like, you're using me as a vibrator.
Ooh.
And they went wrong.
That's fucked up. Damn.
And outside of that, I guess, when I am in better shape, reverse cowgirl.
Okay, bitch.
But Yeah, missionary versus kind of girl. Hit it from the side.
Yeah, I was like, yeah.
But like my least favorite, I think. I'm just not a big fan of doggy. I don't know. But I don't mind doggy because I like my hair being pulled and stuff like that. Well, depending on hairstyle.
Okay, it's interesting because you say that you're a pillow princess, and that's like most conducive position for pillow princesses.
Doggy style.
Yeah.
You don't feel like missionaries the most conducive? Like that's the go-to.
I guess because I'm eye contact missionary. They're right in your face. But doggy style, you literally don't have, you could put your face in the pillow. You could be a pillow princess. You could be the pillow queen. The pillow princess of Sussex.
So something about that just really.
But I feel like that tweet must have got into your head.
It did. I can be honest with it. It did. I mean, it's not like I don't do it, but like, I just feel slighted because then I do know that the last time I did that position first or that position, a nigga put out a rose.
A communal rose. And
that was so fucked up. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just felt so weird after that. I was like, take me to the testing office. I was like, all right, we're gonna cool off.
No,
lesson learned. But okay.
So missionary, do you want that in your sneaky link?
Yeah, I want that.
Want missionary, you want reverse cowgirl?
Reverse cowgirl. If I've been in shape, if not, I don't know. Now I'm like, my excuse is, I hurt my back a while ago, so I can't do things I used to do. That's my excuse.
I feel like that's more in the knees than the back. But you just saying that's your excuse. I'm giving the keys. I'm like Steve Harvey right now. I'm giving them too much information.
If you gotta arch your back, and I'm like, ooh, I don't want to pull a muscle.
Okay, I mean that's true though, so I can see that.
Yeah. So I had a back injury in 2021, so that's been my excuse. But like I said, I'm a pillow princess. I'm not even trying to like do too much.
Okay. So intimacy in general with sneaky links.
Outside of sex?
Yeah, just in general.
I'm not a touchy-feely person.
Well, so you're not
like, but I do think that there should be like semi aftercare, after that, and like you should, foreplay, warm it up a little bit. But like, if I know what's happening, I will probably take precautions to do that myself. Because I remember there's been a few times where like somebody put it out and I underestimated them. So the next time I did it, I had taken precautionary measures. I drank wine and I masturbated.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a fuck. Pull your pants down.
Sometimes when it's cold outside, you got to warm your car up.
It was like one of those things where like I felt bad because I was like, yeah, just put your dick out. Like, you're not going to like, can we kiss a little bit? I was like, fuck that.
I'm dead.
I am here to prove something to myself. But nah.
I guess what you just talked about before. So what kind of after stuff do you feel like aftercare for sneaky links in like that realm of intimacy?
I feel like, you should be giving everybody like a clean towel, wipe yourself down, like water.
Would you shower? You spending the night.
I'm a sleepy ass
night bag,
bitch, so like I want the option to. I might not always take it, but I want the option to. If it's after midnight, then yeah. But I'm also a take a nap ass bitch.
No, I was like retweet. I'm a sleepy girl.
Like, we were supposed to hang out the majority of this weekend, and
I
was asleep. Yeah. But like I said, I worked 2 jobs. Like the last time I went out for a potential sneaky link, girl, I was like, give me 20 minutes, and I woke up and it was 3 a.m. I was like, oh damn, I couldn't even like fold like I wanted to. Like, I was like, oh shit, like even if I wanted it to happen, bitch, I was asleep.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I'm a fall asleep asshole. So. I feel like I want that to be an option. I'm not always going to take it. Because there's nothing better than, like, leaving that and going to your bed of peace.
And that's kind of where I was at with it. So would you host sneaky links? And
I have. I personally am not a big fan of it.
So you'd rather go
I don't feel like changing the sheets like that.
And you should change your sheets like that if you sneaky link.
Yeah. After you have sex, you should change your sheets. And so, like, I kind of like doing it at their place. So I'm not obligated to change mine. Mm-hmm. Personally. But
okay, so you go back to your sneaky link. Like, say you link with them, maybe like you got long weekend, Thursday going into Friday, right?
Ideally, I would fuck as much as I can to get it out of my system.
Let me.
So like 5 or 6 rounds.
I'm giving a question, but that wasn't really the answer to the question.
Go ahead.
So you link with them Thursday going into Friday. So you kind of get Friday to yourself. You go back to your space, whatever. So Saturday going into Sunday, you link back with them, and it's the same sheets. Is that an issue?
A little bit, but like the things that be issue with niggas with me, it's like when I go in your bathroom and you don't got no soap.
You've been in somebody's bathroom that didn't have any soap?
I'm like looking around the soap to wash my hands, and like I've been in some terrible bathrooms, and I was like, yeah, I need to go.
Y'all ain't got soap out there?
Yeah, or like, you know, like I don't want to be that person, but like you look behind the toilet seat, the little ring circle, it should be dirty. I've been to a few places where I was like, this is signifying my pants staying on.
No, literally. That'll dry you up quick.
Yeah,
Like the desert.
yeah.
Oh nah, not
Like,
the no soap, not the ring
using
around the
body
toilet.
wash to wash my hands.
Ah.
I was like, yo, yeah, this is, you're getting blown.
Oh. Hell nah.
But I understand, you know, people can be, you don't have all of your shit together.
Right. And I think, you know, people, yeah.
I don't
I'm going to just leave it at that.
I've had some scar stories. Scory ass shit.
I ain't got nothing else for that one. They ain't got no soap to ring around the toilet.
Or like I was like, I was seeing people things. But normally you don't have like a bar of soap or like a hand thing. There's been times where I just missed it. But I was like, oh my God. Girl, get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
Also, if you go close to somebody's house and all they have is a mattress, I was like, why would you invite me? Or worse, they not having a fucking mattress. I have not gotten over that. And it's been like 4 years. Like, I'm just so offended. And I was even more mad because that nigga's mother was there. And I was like, you gonna let this nigga bring me into your space?
What's
and y'all
with the
got
niggas and the mothers on the sneaky lane?
and y'all don't got no mattresses.
Well, okay. I was about to, what you talked about going to the bathroom, it just made me think of something. So, do you do or give yourself pep talks for sneaky links in the bathroom? Do you give yourself like that before?
I probably not in their bathroom
or like the after look of afterwards. You like
afterwards sometimes. It depends on how good it is.
Drewski meme. Yeah.
I feel like I sometimes give myself pep talks. I'll either call you or Chanel most of the time before I make a bad decision.
Afterwards. Like
afterwards, if it's a great time,
do you do like the look? You know, you give like that
victory laugh. I know when it's really nasty. I'm like, damn, God just looked at me and doing that.
Oh gosh,
my grandma probably saw that from heaven.
No, somebody else. No, so I saw a tweet that was like that. It's like, I really hope my ancestors, or like when my people pass, I hope they don't like stay with me because I'm nasty as fuck. And it was also like a double entendre because she could have been like nasty sexually, or like this is just a nasty ass person.
So, but I haven't had that experience in a while. Like the last time I was like, yo, I need to go to church. That was like over the summer. I was like, this is some nasty. That was a lot. I was like, I don't know, because like it started off with him putting my feet in his mouth, and I was like, off rip.
Oh, you like toe sucking?
No, but like that's some shit. Like that's some next level.
I think what it is, it's not even like the activist. Like this nigga likes me enough to where he would put any part of my body in his mouth. That he just was like, that's really the thought. It's like, oh. That's a nasty. That's the time that you are on.
Nasty ass.
You putting anything in
the last, like honestly, me starting a relationship because the first time we hung out, he like went for the butt first.
Y'all. And you and I do.
We spent some time in the African American Museum where they had the scat section.
I was scatting.
A double entendre with that too.
What did you say?
With scatting.
You were scatting?
No, but I'm just saying, like, scatting could technically be a double entendre within this context.
Yeah.
Of this conversation. Yeah. I've never done that. That's some wild shit.
Okay,
what would you do if a nigga asked you to
scat?
Shit on him.
I thought you meant like making the noise scatting, but you meant scat like shit.
That's what scat is in the kid community.
Like
scat play. That's a thing. Oh, you should see her face.
Lighter flick. What the fuck? Yeah. I mean, okay, I'm not kink shaming, but that's just not something I'm.
If your husband.
No.
I feel like the real thing would be is you being able to shit on command. It's a superpower.
I mean, if you drink water regularly and like you have a high fiber diet,
you can shit on command. You can shit on command.
There was a point in my life I could probably shit on command. Yeah.
Oh my God, this bitch.
Don't hate me because I'm regular or whatever Carrie Hilson said.
Nah.
But
yeah, but he put my foot in my mouth.
I'm not a booty.
I wasn't either.
I'm not a booty girl.
But it's just one of those things where like.
Well, it's just kind of the same thing with the feet thing. Like this nigga will put any part of my body in
just
his mouth.
immediately, like, oh my God. I was like, I guess we're dating now.
I was like that Sanaa Lathan gif where she's like in her wedding dress, like looking for her husband.
Basically.
But, okay. And I had like another comment asking about like something you would be down for, but the scat thing, it threw me off.
I didn't mean to throw you off.
Okay, I just remembered it. So, do you moan for your sneaky links, or like are you a talker?
I'm not much to talk about. I'm a moaner.
Do you? Where I was going, with
but
that,
I do like a verbal.
What I was going to go with that is along that line. Okay, so you are a talker. So, pet name like sneaky links.
I don't like pet names personally, because to me it's like you trying to
intimate, or you
not even too intimate, but like it's want to be player. Like you can't remember my name.
It might not be that, but some people like being called certain names.
I personally I'm not a big fan. Even like
okay, so what if they
I've always wanted like a really good nickname.
Yeah,
and I feel like I just don't have that.
Right.
Like you kind of have one, and people call you certain things. I personally don't, but I'm just saying like, for me, pet names is just like a, like you can't remember the name my mother gave me. Like you're really talking to that many people that you
I just feel like to be kind
but
of
like if it was a specific nickname, that's different.
To
but
be
like,
kind of in the middle with it,
baby, hun.
But like certain words sound better when you're kind of like moan in that kind of voice than like it's like if your name is like Hector. It's like I don't know why that's the first name that came into my mind, but like I was like,
so you moan? I don't moan other people's names.
I don't.
I'll fake and be like, oh, daddy. I feel like
that's
I put on.
I cannot say that word.
I can feel like I could put on like a performance a little bit.
So you be faking?
Oh, sometimes giving the extra for like
reassurance. Sometimes you just do that to like help them.
Yeah, to get to what I want.
Get over the
But or like for the most part, I mean, I'm not a quiet person. I moan a little bit. I do like talking with them to do that. But I'm to be honest,
I'm not a big talker.
I'm not good at talking dirty. So like,
okay, for me,
but I want them to do it.
If somebody says something to me or they like call me, like I cannot say daddy like in the sexual context. Like my brain will not allow me. So sometimes people will say that, and for me, like if you say something I'm not rocking with, I just ignore it.
Yeah, just moan.
Or like if you're saying something, if you're talking too much, like eventually, like I'm gonna just
because then shut them up, kiss them in other ways.
No, kiss them, blah blah blah. But sometimes like people like even afterwards, like they're still talking, and then like there's been somebody else literally like. Like just, I was like, just stop talking, like just. But they were a narrator.
Oh, okay. So there's been I've had other experiences where I was like,
this was
where they talk too much. Yeah. I'm like, my nigga, relax. It so it's like sneaky just head.
No, yeah.
So there is a
There's definitely
what's it called? It's not a spectrum, but like
there's a range.
Yes, there is a range.
Because
somebody barked before, and I was
barked like
or growled. I was like, yo.
Like
and the person was, oh my god, relax, sir. I am not that talented. Calm down.
Oh, I mean, don't say.
And there was another time where somebody told me they didn't like me moaning and they just wanted to be quiet, and I was like, this is some serial killer shit. I was like,
Ted Bundy ass shit. This is. Okay, I've never had that. I mean, I feel like I'm more of the person who's like, stop talking. But this person, it was a sneaky. It didn't really go. We didn't really do much because like they were narrating and like we didn't fuck it, and it's like also you like I hate narrators because I'm here too. So, like, I know what's going on. Like I'm here, You like it's like do you take it? Who are you talking? It's like who are you talking to? I felt like I was in a basketball game. I know I keep like bringing up sports analogies, but he was like an announcer. Like, he was like. And I was like, that's when I was like, and I'm quick to just like flip that switch. Like if you do some shit that like I don't like we just not gonna fuck. Like I'm gonna put my clothes on. Like done.
Yeah. Okay. So I know that
I'm a big advocate. Like if I'm not liking it, it's done. It's not.
There's been There's been some times where it's not great and I like finish and I just block them. But there's been a few times in which I've kind of tap somebody on their shoulder, be like, go ahead and come up.
No, it's
We're
like,
good.
go ahead and log out for me.
You can clock out. There's other times I'm like, yeah, it's not working. I'm just gonna go. But that has happened a few times. You know, you don't always strike out. But yeah, I remember the person that was just like, oh my god, bruh, I will stop. Right
okay,
now, sir.
so was that a
Relax.
sneaky link, or was that like someone that you had more of a relationship
It was a
with?
sneaky link, and then
Do you feel like it would be more? Was it more annoying because they were a sneaky link, or that shit is just annoying to you?
I think it's like there is a line. It was too much. It was like, sir, I know theatrics. Relax.
I'm a thespian.
I will keep going, even if you don't have to make all these noises. I'm not gonna quit. But then, like I said, I've had that expectation where they like doing the way too fucking most, and I've also had somebody who was like, they're like, they asked me to be quiet.
I never asked people to be quiet, so
and I was
I
really
mean,
like,
it's interesting. It's
like
good
I don't really
hearing
like the
other
moaning
aspect
and
of it,
da da
but I'm
da.
like, bruh, like
I was like, okay, so like, how do I express enjoyment? I've never, like, you know, you gotta have like
this is great. I'm really enjoying myself.
no, they're like quiet and stuff. So I was like, oh yeah. I was like, you know, trying to give the encouragement, you know, like I'm having fun, like letting that person know that, you know, I am present in the moment, and they didn't like that, and I was like,
Also, I guess going along that realm of like that intimacy with sneaky links.
well, what do you?
No
like to do?
hickeys. I was saying what I was liking to do.
Well, I meant like you were when we were talking like aftercare. Like, what is your preferred aftercare? Sorry,
you weren't listening to it, but
I got caught up in the moment. I'm sorry.
I was saying that because I talked about how I'm okay with, like, I'm a sleepy person too, so I might sleep over, but I really enjoy my own space.
You did say that.
I did.
And we're gonna keep moving. So
in
I'm sorry to cut you
regards
off.
to aftercare.
But I was thinking, I didn't know if you had more like truly like after sex.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, like,
because everybody needs to go pee,
yes,
especially us, you ladies.
for sure.
I'm so serious.
No, yes, I'm
Yeah,
echoing your sentiment.
yeah.
But
Go pee.
all that, and you know, just kind of stuff like that. You know, shower, stuff like that. If you bring a spend a night bag, spend a night. I mean, I'm not a big. I guess I'm more neutral with.
I feel like
cuddling.
a spend the night bag. I've spent the night necessarily not brought a spend the night bag. I wasn't spend the night clothing. Like I put on some shit that I'm like, I'm gonna take this off immediately, and it's gonna be my walk of shame tomorrow. But like I haven't brought like a actual bag in like a long time.
I mean, I have. Sometimes you got to bring the little toiletry.
That makes sense.
I have a toiletry thing.
Well, no, I get it.
No, yeah, I'm just.
You
saying.
do that, but like I've kind of like brushed teeth, shower, blah, 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 so I'm like, all right, we're gonna do this. I might get up at like 4 or 5 in the morning and come back. It's not a spend the night.
Oh, you're gonna like go do that and then come back to them?
No, I'm saying like do that before I go. Sleep for like this is like midnight. Sleep so maybe like 5 and then come back to my place and then get ready for the day. Cause there was one time where I like
That's a lot.
I know. Like left there, like they dropped me off at home, and I didn't get up at work for like 45 minutes later.
Oh my goodness.
And I know I was cutting it close. I was like,
girl. Yeah.
at that point, I didn't have a car too, so somebody was dropping me off. It was real wild times.
Hectic.
Hectic. Because I was like, oh yeah, they gotta drop you back off at home. I mean, now there's people propositioning, you know, spend the night and all that stuff, and it's just for me. I just got so much to do in the morning, but like it don't
For me, like I don't know if I seldom
at this point.
I seldom go into it like I'm gonna spend the night, but sometimes
Yeah.
I just fall asleep.
And I think that's happened. I've fallen asleep, but like maybe I'll bring a spend the night back sometime this week. I deserve it. I've been stressed. I've been tired.
Yeah.
And I felt like I was like, you know what? I'll probably be in a better mood with kids if I was getting some and releasing some endorphins.
Release some endorphins for sure. Okay, also
But I want a good guaranteed time.
that also reminded me of like something part of my before care, for us workout girls. Get you a good workout session in before the sneaky link session. Thank me later.
Really? What does that do?
I have a good time. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. So you
Yeah.
like work out and then aren't you sore?
I feel like if you're more loose,
Interesting.
like if you time it right, like work out, shower, and then go there. Yeah. I mean, you might be depending on
your
workout. Like you might be very sore probably after the whole thing.
You just opened my third eye, I think.
Yeah, but
I don't work out like that though. I'm gonna start on Monday.
Me personally. Or yeah.
Okay.
So
you learned something new.
Yeah.
You learned something new.
But I guess, I've learned about your ideal sneaky link type and how you be sneaky linking, and you learned about how I've been sneaky
I was like,
linking.
I don't feel like I sneaky link that well though. We need I
don't know if I do either because I haven't been successful. I feel like
I guess
I used to be successful, but maybe I
what
lost
is
my
success?
touch.
Like, what would you describe as like a successful night? Because I think that for me, when I look back on situations, if I don't talk to that person, I don't necessarily, or like we didn't end on the best of terms. Do you count that even the experience as a W, or like?
The thing is, for most people, I've always ended on good terms.
Mm-hmm.
To where, but that's also kind of toxic because like, I can spin the block if I need to.
I feel you. Like, niggas is easy, but I feel like for me, when I look back on situations, I'm like, like it wasn't a bad experience, but like the situation just didn't end ideally, and I'm just like, not great. So I don't know. I feel like I want to do a better job of just documenting like actual feelings, all that stuff. But.
And that would be just an interesting kind of situation just to look back on.
But also, I know that I'm at this point now where I'm boiling down. It's like, damn, it's really not them niggas. It's me. And
sometimes,
it's a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah. Looking in with yourself.
Yeah. And so, like, I don't know. I feel like my last year experiences haven't been that great, but like, I don't know if it's like this is because I'm missing that like mental connection and stimulation. Like, I feel like there is a time and a place where stinky knees and stuff like that get old. And I don't know if I'm at that point or I'm just
I feel like it's kind of like seasons for everything.
Yeah. I feel like I'm just not in that season.
Yeah.
So
it's really interesting too, because I was just talking to a good male friend of mine, and we were kind of talking about that and kind of how like when it's not like talking about like not enjoyable experiences, and then it probably wasn't enjoyable for them either, the person that you had it with.
Yeah,
and you guys might have been in like that same kind of time to where like I feel like if nobody enjoyed it, like we both got to do some self-reflection.
Yeah, but I think that we're just not,
especially like
as
maybe
open to admitting that maybe that wasn't that enjoyable,
right?
And then like also admitting like what exactly you like to make it more enjoyable. I know that especially for ladies, we have a thing of where we're like, I'm just not gonna do that again, instead of like course correcting. Right. To have an enjoyable experience. So that is always my goal, to be better at course correcting. I'm not perfect with it, but I have tried. Make little tiny strides towards that. But I think like, especially like right now, I don't know. I'm like I'm tired. Just emotionally drained and stunted from work. And like there's a lot of other shit that I really want in my life to get better. Mm-hmm. And, like, as much as I would like to, because I feel like I am a ball of pent-up frustration, annoyance, and, like, tiredness, the endorphins, like, it has not worked. It's not working. I don't think that is in the ballpark, the ticket or ducats for me at this point.
All right, so who we blocking? I feel like in certain aspects, we're blocking
everybody.
The bad sneaky links.
Yeah, bad.
But in that, I probably have been a bad sneaky link. So
I feel like I can know that I've also probably not been the best part.
There's instances where I need to be blocking,
communicating.
I was just that's so funny. I was going to say poor communication and advocacy for your own situation.
As well as niggas that take you to underpasses for graffiti as a date instead of dick.
I was like, people who involve their family in sneaky links, this is your diss track.
Period. What else? I don't know. It just niggas that try to flower a sneaky link. That really cries my case. Like just like say what it is. Like don't lie to me. But I realize that they're not necessarily lying to me per se, but they have this misconception with themselves, and they're trying to act like it's not what it is. Bro, you just want to fuck because you'll hound me up and down like that's not what it is. That's not the time you're on. For me to pull up to that be exactly the time clock. Like that's it. That's all it is. Yeah. So just be honest.
Just be honest.
But I really appreciate you being here. I feel like this was a very
I appreciate you guys for having me.
Yeah.
I am a faithful listener, so I'm glad when I'm able to be a contributor.
I appreciate that. I can't wait to hear more from you and from us.
For sure.
Until next time, That's Why You're Blocked.
gang.